from various sports and various student athletes. So we're not going to talk much because they'll talk at the end, and it's going to be it is really truly a record-breaking day. So we're going to start off our ceremony by having singing the national anthem by one of our senior athletes, Nate Strawberry. Please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Nate. Just so everybody knows, we're having a high school, our drama team is doing the high school musical this spring, and he's going to be Troy Bolton. Is it Bolton? High school musical Troy Bolton. He's going to be Troy Bolton, so we come out and hear him sing whatever they have that. So it's a pretty neat thing. Okay, with that said, we're going to introduce our signees. If we could pay attention, please, and give them your attention. First, all the way from Michigan State this morning, he's partly here, so is going to Michigan State, and I think he's going to come out. Here he is right now, Messiah DeWeer. How's that? By the way, that's his mom. That's the best we could do. They wouldn't let him out. He's already at school attending classes. He's probably in class right now as we speak. Next signing we have, going to the University of Kentucky, escorted by Mrs. Conte, Tobias Gilliam. Next, signing with Eastern Kentucky University, escorted by Mrs. Moore, Daryl McCleskey. By the way, the first two guys were playing football, so in case you're wondering, Messiah's playing football too. Next, we have another football signee, signing with Lenore Ryan University in North Carolina, escorted by Mrs. Schaefer, Richard Carpenter. Signing with Richard at Lenore Ryan University, escorted by Mrs. Knapp, Michael Tolliver. Signing with the University of Findlay, escorted by Miss Pack, Brandon Bronall Ayers. Signing today with Urbana University, escorted by Mrs. Dennis, is Roman Sneed. today. His escort, Miss Mosso, Antoine Wilson. Signing with Cincinnati Christian University, escorted by Miss Abels, is Danielle Denson. Signing with Lake Erie College, escorted by Mrs. Flores, Trey McFadgen. Next, representing our track and field program today, we have some signees. Get a little shout out there, that's good. Signing with Tiffin University today, escorted by Coach Fernandez, Madison Goss. We have two signees with Indiana Tech University today. The first one, escorted by Coach Horn, is Ashley Richardson. Also signing with Indiana Tech University today, escorted by Miss Brassfield, Damon Roberts. Representing our cross-country and track program are two cross-country runners that also run track and do it all as well. Signing with the University of the Cumberlands, escorted by Coach Anderson, Jared Walmsley. Signing with Shawnee State, escorted by Coach Shaw, Natalie Austin. Representing our girls soccer program today. Signing with Ursuline College, escorted by Coach Trapani, Kiara Baker. I worked on Kiara's name all night last night. Representing our boys golf program, escorted by Coach Suka.
Wow.
Signing with Wright State University today, Bryce Haney. Representing our girls volleyball program, signing with Clark State Community College, escorted by Mrs. Roll, Tyson Kennel. Last but not least, representing our softball program today, signing with Cuyahoga Falls Community College, escorted by Coach Grace, Beth Wilt.
Yeah, like tilt the camera.
Before I have Mrs. Ganell, our superintendent, come up and say a few words, now that we've introduced all the signees, I'd like to mention some of the signees who signed early in the fall. And if they're here, I'd just like them to stand and be recognized today. First, basketball signing that signed already with the University of Dayton, Trey Landers. Which is great. Playing basketball, Bowling Green State University, Roger Caldwell.
Standing, I hope they're not standing.
Also playing basketball, signing with the University of Findlay, Chaz George. And playing baseball, we already signed with Eastern Michigan University, James Harness.
Oh, right here.
All right. So this time I'd like to ask Mrs. Ganell, our superintendent, to come up and say a few words.
Good morning. Congratulations to all of our athletes that are represented here today that are going on to the next step in their lives. I wish you well as you continue your academic as well as your athletic journey. And if you do as well as you have done for us in Huber Heights, you will be extremely successful. This is an example, a great example of warrior pride. Thank you to all of our parents and family members that have supported them over the years. Thank you to all of our staff that have helped and mentored them, and the coaches. We have a great program here, and so proud of everything they've done. So once again, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Mrs. Goodell. All right, guys, so there's two things. First of all, I'd really like to thank the staff here at Wayne High School. I don't know if you guys can appreciate what a great staff and administrative team that we have here, because they have allowed us to be out here and celebrate this time and everything. So if we could have a round of applause for the teachers and all that for it's really go out of their way to do whatever they can for the good of our young people. So with that said, there's two decisions you make. Football guys hear this all the time, but I'm going to say it to everybody else now. Two most important decisions you make. One is who you're going to marry. I hope you're not making that decision yet. Tobias, are you making that decision yet? I hope not. Okay, so who you're going to marry, that's a pretty important decision. And then the other decision is where you're going to go to school. So by signing this letter of intent, this is your decision making. So go ahead with your pens that Mr. Newsock gave you and sign away. Someone takes a little longer to sign your name, I think. I see pens still going. I don't want to interrupt them. Can we have one more round of applause for this record set in 2016 class? This is truly my favorite part of the program here, and they each get to say something. They're each going to introduce their parents first and foremost, and then they get to speak about a 30 to 45 second thank you. Right, Daryl? Looking at me like you got a big speech lined up. So this is, we're going to start off with Tobias Gilly.
First off, I want to thank my mom, Donna Ellis, for raising me. Stand up, Mom. Where you at? First off, I'd like to thank God. Without Him, there would be no me. Next, I'd like to say thank you to my parents for raising me and never letting me give up. Also, my family for always being here. With that, I want to say thank you to my grandmother, Ruby. She will forever be my rock. I would like to say thank you to all the coaches who have coached me from a pup to the present day. I would like to say thank you to my high school teammates for pushing me to my limits every day on the field and off the field. I want to give a big shout out to Tremaine Hall. We put in countless hours behind the scenes since the 4th grade to get here. I also want to thank the whole Slide Money. I love y'all. Last but not least, I want to thank the University of Kentucky for letting me come continue my education and continue my football dreams at the prestigious university. I thank you. Go Big Blue.
First, I want to thank God. Without Him, none of this is possible. And special thanks to my family and coaches that contributed to me through the journey. Plus, I want to thank my teammates for pushing me every day to be the best every day and taking me in as a brother. I want to special thanks to all my supporters that came to see me sign today and Slide Money be up now.
First, I would like to introduce my mom and my stepfather, Christina and Devon. First, I'd like to thank God for the endless amount of opportunities He put in my life. also like to thank Prime, you feel me, little cuz. Love you, little cuz.
First off, I'd like to thank God for all the opportunities He's given me. My parents not here. I'm gonna say thank you to Richard's mom and his stepdad, and they did a lot for me. Mason's mom, his dad, Brandon's mom, they took me a lot of places they ain't had to do. You know, something nice that my mom didn't want to do stuff. That's cool. I'd like to say thank you, Lord Ron, for letting me come down there. I haven't even known them that long for real, but they like me, they believe in me, so they offer me some money. Just thank everybody.
First off, I want to thank God, and I want to thank my mom, my grandma, Miss Malia, for being so influential in my life. I want to thank all my coaches, Coach Williams, Coach D, Coach Woods, Coach Benton. Thank the University of Finley for giving me the opportunity to play football. And thank all my teachers and my fellow students.
I just wanted to start off by thanking my parents for just being so supportive and loving with this process. My friends, fellow classmates, y'all show me nothing but love and stuff. And I also want to thank teachers like Ms. Moore and Coach Fern for bettering us as student athletes. Go nice.
First of all, I want to thank God for blessing me with these opportunities to go to Marshall University. Second of all, I want to thank my beautiful parents for raising me to be a grateful young man. Putting me in the right positions to be where I'm at today. I also want to thank my fellow teammates and my classmates for supporting me throughout the university, as well as my parents also throughout the years, throughout the struggles, things like that. They never leave me. I want to thank everyone. Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank God for the many opportunities that He has given me. I am truly blessed, and I really thank Him for everything. I want to thank my father figure over here, man, Marlon Willis, man. It's been a family. It's been a long journey. My parents, my supporters, everybody who has
There's a whole lesson there. Okay.
done for me, you know. I just thank all y'all. I thank my girlfriend, Leah. I want to thank my coaches for giving me the opportunity to play at the next level, and my coaches and my teammates for always pushing me to be the person I am now. Thank you. Go Eagles.
What? I somehow got a hold of it.
First
I'm
of
not
all,
sure.
I'd like to thank God for putting me in the position that I'm in to be able to do this. Second off, I want to thank my parents. They know everything that I've been through. On top of that, I really like to thank my dad, because without him, it's really impossible like that. And I'd like to thank Coach Minton for helping me and supporting me through the recruitment process, and all the people who supported me. Go, Storm.
First off, I would like to thank and introduce my parents. I wouldn't be here today without the blessings of God giving me the opportunity to compete at the next level. I would like to thank all my coaches, including one of my main soccer coaches, Keith Baker, right next to my mom. I want to thank all my track coaches, Coach Byrne, Coach Horn, Coach Finley, all of them throughout the years. I'm just really excited to go to college and run track. Go Dragons!
First of all, I like to thank God, because without Him, I wouldn't be here today or doing none of this. I like to thank my family, my parents, my sister, my cousin, and I like to thank my coaches, He's done a lot for me over the last 4 years. Coach Fern, he's done a lot too. And I'd like to thank my teammates for continuously pushing me to be a better track runner.
All right, I'd like to introduce my beautiful parents standing over there in the doorway. Yes. They've given me a lot of support and love throughout all my life. And I'd also like to thank my teammates and my coaches for pushing me to just reach that next level and give me a lot of support in that area. And I'd also like to thank my best friend Jared right here, because he's been with me through all the good and bad times throughout my high school career.
First off, I'd like to point out my parents also, my grandparents, and my sister over there. You guys can stand up for me. For the 17 years that I've been alive, they've been my support system. They pushed me to be the best that I can be. They put food on my plate and everything. Paid the insurance bills and whatnot to take care of me. I'd also like to thank God. Without Him, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be anything. I'd like to take the time to thank my teammates. They've always pushed me to be the best I can be, whether it's in the morning runs or after school at practice, it doesn't matter. And I also like to thank my coaches and my teachers who have, whether it's in the classroom or whether it's at practice, they've pushed me to be where I can be. I've been through a lot, so I'd like to thank them for that. Go Patriots.
I'd like to introduce my parents. They've always been there for me, supporting me, and I'd like to thank my teammates and Jackie and Kristen for always pushing me, giving me competition at practice. I'd like to thank my coaches for helping me to get where I am and always believing in me. And I'd like to thank God, because without Him I couldn't do any of this. So, go Bears. First of all, I'd like to recognize my parents over there in blue. And I want to thank God for my passion for soccer and my friends and teammates for pushing me to the best I can at practice and games. I'd like to thank my coaches. There's Coach Japani here today. Not sure where he's at. He's here. And my dad again. Oh, Japani's right there. And my dad over there. Thank you guys for teaching me all I know. I'm going to play right here today because of you guys. And I'm excited for my future. Thank you.
I would first like to thank my mom and my dad, Amy and Jeff Amy over there. They've been an amazing role models for my brother and I. Thank you for supporting me through this journey and giving me so many opportunities in life. Thank you also to my little brother Braylon for being my biggest fan, coming to my sporting events. I appreciate that. Thank you to my golf coach, John Soka, for your mentorship and support over the last 3 years. My grandparents have also played a significant role in my life. Thank you for coming to my tournaments and watching me play the game I love. Thank you also to the athletic program. I am thankful for being given the opportunity to play several sports in my 4 years of high school. Finally, thank you to the staff, teachers, family, and friends who all came out to support me in the state finals. I really appreciate it.
First, I want to thank my mom and my dad. They've been the most important people in my life. My dad pushed me harder than anyone else, and my mom helped me go through the most biggest decisions I've been through. I want to thank my brother Tyree, who's been my inspiration, and I want to thank my little brother Bubba, who's been the push and the reason I've done this. I also want to thank everyone who supported me. I want to thank my 2 best friends, Kayla and Olivia. They've been my backbone, and thank you. I'd like to thank my parents, my little sister, my pitching coach. I want to thank my family, my friends for pushing me. And then thanks to my brother, who can't be here. And I know that my grandfather would really like to be here.
thank you. Better to make a lot of people proud. And I'm just telling you, like all these young people do here, not only these people, but people in the audience as well. I'm telling you that this is a record-breaking class. If you're members of the 2016 class, that's wow, she's got her very own selfie stick. Look at that. That is awesome. Wow, that's a first at a signing ceremony. Before I turn it over to Mr. Newsock for some closing remarks, and he'll dismiss us, there's one person in this audience I really want to say thank you to. Many of these student athletes would not be able to do what they're doing today without this person who gives up their own personal time, believe it or not. Was a teacher here for many, many, many years. Well, not many, sorry. I might have put too many in there. But now comes back and gives back her own time. I just want to have her, I don't want to embarrass her, but I want to have her stand up and be recognized. Mrs. Moore, would you stand up, please? We want our athletes, student athletes, I want you to see that right there and remember that because it's so important to give back. When you become very successful in life, make sure you give back. At this time, I'd like to introduce our principal, Mr. Rick Newsock.
Thanks, Coach Ben. Just a couple things. We close out ceremonies today. Before we leave, can we have all the parents and family members please stand one more time for a round of applause? All the parents and family members. Thank you, baby. See you. Wow, what a day for you as family members and parents. Sitting back here in the back, I can reflect back 4 years ago, how you felt at this time, having a son that was signing on the same day 4 years ago. What a great accomplishment that was for my wife and I and our family to watch our son be able to do that. So I wanted you guys to have one more chance to be recognized for all the things that you've done to allow your children to be here at this point. Because if you think back of all the things that you did for them when they were little, but where you took them to, the places you took them, and how much money you spent on all the games that they had to play and all the teams that they were part of, all those things, this is your payoff to watch your children be in this position. I'd also like to have all of our staff members that are here today, the teachers and support staff, please stand for what you've done to put these kids in this place. Please stand. Without our teachers putting in that extra time, as Mr. Minton, Coach Minton has talked about, Mary Ann, and the time, we have some others, to put you guys in a position to be in a place academically where you can move forward and earn an education and make a life that's so much better for you that you don't even know yet. For our teachers and staff to do those things and put in that time for all of our kids, and all of you, don't ever forget the importance of what a teacher does. Last thing is this. I want to congratulate all you folks right here in front of me that assigned your scholarships today. I want to tell you something. Come by and see me sometime soon. I got a picture that I would like to share with you on the amount of work that you have in front of you. It's not easy from this point forward. It's a lot harder. Don't forget that. Okay? It's a daily grind, academically and athletically. So stop by and see me, all of you. I got something I want to show you, okay? I want to thank everybody that's been here today. What a great day. Great day for Warriors. What a way to exhibit the Warrior pride, like Ms. Cannell said. Thank you for being here. You know, you've done this so much, I thought this was already ingrained in them. Okay, at this time, students may be excused back to class. Please order out. Remove orderliness. Thank you.